Hi everybody, let's see how to perform delete at the end in a doubly linked list. When we have got a list like this, we have to remove the last node and return the value that was present in the last node, that is 34 in this case. So the input for this operation is only the list, and the two exceptional cases that we have to consider are when the list is empty and when there is only one node in the list. When the list is empty, we have to indicate failure to the callee function and return -1, and in the case when there is only one node, we have to make both head and tail to be equal to null, because there is the only node present, and after deleting that node the list will become empty. In all other cases, what we can do is we can make temp to point to the last node, that is tail, and move tail to the previous node and make tail next part of tail to null, and we can return the data part of the temp and then delete temp. So let's formally write the algorithm. If the list is empty or there is only one element in the list, then we have to return after calling delete beginning, because already we have done those things in delete beginning. So let us take the advantage of that. Otherwise, what we are going to do is we are going to make temp to point to the last node and move tail to the previous node, and also we have to make its next part as null and free the memory pointed by 10 and return the data. Let's code it. In the header file, we have to make declaration of the deletion error flag, okay, and it should be declared as extern. This is the only way. This is the storage class. This is the only way to differentiate declaration and definition in C as well as C++. Okay, so we just do it, and we declare the delete end function inside the class, and here we have to define the deletion error flag actually and initialize that to false. And in the delete end function, let us start implementing. We need to have a temporary pointer and integer to store the data. After this, we have to initialize reset. Basically, we have to reset the error flag and then check if the list is empty. If the list is empty, or if it is having only one node. We have already returned a function single node. In that case, what we have to do, we have to just call delete beginning and then return whatever is returned by that particular function. Otherwise, you make temp to point to the last node, and you have to make tail next equal to null. Okay, that also should be made, and then move tail to the previous node. Okay, I have to do that, and then this. Okay, so tail equal to tail previous. After moving tail only, I have to make the next part as null, otherwise it's not correct. And then I have to free the memory pointed by tail that was previously pointed by tail. So I have to use delete and release the memory pointed by temp now, right? And before this, actually I have to store the data in D. So D equal to temp data, and we have to return D. Yeah, so yes, and in the application file, I have called the delete end function, and I have checked whether the error flag is set, and then I am appropriately printing the messages, either deletion failed, or I am also printing the value and then printing the list after deletion. Let's compile the code and check it. Yeah, there is no error. Let's execute. So before deletion, actually let us see how the values are. There is only one value. So what happens is, before deletion there is one value and element deleted is 4. After deletion, the list has become empty. What we can do is we can check once again by invoking deletion, right? In this case it should fail. Let's compile and check it. Yeah, you can see that first time there is 4, element deleted is 4, after deletion it is empty. You see that you are getting deletion failed. And we can also do one more thing. Let us have few more elements like 1, 2, 4, and after deletion 4 will be deleted since we are doing delete end. So the elements remaining should be 1, 2. Yeah, fine. So I will share the code in the GitHub. You can refer and learn. Thank you.